Roblox is a game platform that's been around for over 18 years now. As a result, many people, including myself, have grown up with the platform and seen all the ways it's changed over time. People have gotten a lot more skilled at making games on Roblox, so a lot of new games that come out are, in many cases, a lot better than most of the old stuff. Crash Out Obby is not one of those cases. However, I've been feeling a bit nostalgic recently, so similar to the bad story games video I made a year ago, today I want to go over 3 Roblox games that I played a lot as a kid to see how they've changed over time. Let's get started with
the Flames of Disaster!
Out of all the games I'm going to be talking about in this video, this is the one I have the least to say on, because Natural Disaster Survival easily has the most classic Roblox in it. The game itself is pretty simple, and all the maps still have that Lego-ish style old Roblox used to have. Really, you wouldn't be able to tell it's been updated recently if the UI wasn't so smooth, and if there wasn't a portal to Rainbow High Crystal Quest, because I guess people that play a game where meteors destroy buildings would also be interested in this. The goal of the game is pretty self-explanatory. You get put on a random map and have to survive a natural disaster. If you can read, you know what you're getting yourself into. There's tornadoes, earthquakes, thunderstorms, the flames of disaster. Pretty much all the natural disasters in the world are here. In the lobby, there's a machine to have multiple disasters active at once, but unfortunately it costs Robux, which is a shame. Having to deal with multiple disasters is really fun and chaotic, and I wish it was just a random thing that happens sometimes, but I get it. There's really not much microtransactions in the game, and money has to be made somehow. Don't get me wrong though, the game is still enjoyable with only one disaster, which is good because, you know, that's how most people will play the game. My favorite disasters are ones like meteor shower and thunderstorm, where they slowly cause more and more damage to the map. Seeing pieces get sent flying around is pretty fun. I like the physics here a lot. However, the physics in this game are also pretty weird. Like this one time I got sent flying into a wall, which killed me because I think I hit a helicopter's main rotor, which, okay, that might be an intentional feature, but this probably isn't. Also, there's this weird guy sometimes that just stands there menacingly. I don't know why he's here, but he's not affected by the earthquakes. I like him a lot. Overall, Natural Disaster Survival is a pretty good game. A lot of the maps are cool, especially the ones with interactive elements, and seeing them get destroyed as the disasters go on was fun, especially on the maps with bigger buildings like the jail. Speaking of which,
if you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
There was a time when Jailbreak was the Roblox game for me. When I fought Roblox, I fought Jailbreak. It wasn't even my favorite game or anything, it was just that big. I mean, despite the fact that it came out in 2017, the game has a total of 7 billion visits. Don't look at the active player count. In Jailbreak, you play as either a cop or a prisoner. If you're a prisoner, your goal is to escape jail, or jailbreak if you will. Once you do so, you go around the map committing crimes to get money. If you're a cop, you have to go catch all the criminals that escaped and put them back in jail. Something I immediately noticed was different was that the game had a much larger map now. There's a second city, a town, and even 2 ports they added. The bigger map is, on paper, a good thing. And yeah, I did have fun just driving around the map in the middle of both lanes, like the true floatingest Gru-esque criminal I was. All the locations look good too. The game as a whole has some nice visuals. However, the problem is, I barely ran into any cops while playing. Part of what made Jailbreak fun is running away from the cops or fighting them once they find you, but that can't really happen if they're nowhere to be found. I remember that when I used to play the game, I'd wait in front of the jewelry store for it to open so I could rob it, only to get attacked by the police. So I went to the store again, waiting for around 10 minutes, and yet there wasn't any police around, and the one cop I did find was completely incompetent. Great. Maybe I just got unlucky and got put in a server with the worst cops ever, but I don't know. I feel like the big map is still bound to cause problems in terms of actually running into other people. I played as a cop for a bit, and I couldn't find any criminals either. Oh, and like I said earlier, for some reason you need to wait for stores to open before you can rob them. You might be wondering what kind of criminal waits for a store to open before robbing it. I don't know, a bad one probably. I'd understand if after you rob a store, there was a cooldown until you can rob it again, but nope, you always have to wait for stores to open. It sucks. Now, I could have just gone and robbed other stores while waiting for the jewelry one to open, but I was worried that while doing that, the jewelry store would open and I would miss my chance. Does this mean that I have a skill issue? Probably. Am I still going to complain about it? Yes. The last thing I want to mention is that there are billboards in the game's cities with real ads on them. While I was playing, I saw ads for the Rainbow High thing, ads for the Electric State Roblox game, and ads for the National Department of Homeland Security. Why is there an Electric State Roblox game? There is no overlap between Roblox fans and Electric State fans. I don't really mind the ads here. At the end of the day, they're just easily ignorable billboards, but my immersion in Roblox Jailbreak kind of gets broken when I see ads for the Electric State. I would have much rather just had ads for fictional companies, but again, I get it. You have to make money somehow. That's all I have to say about Jailbreak. Out of all the games in this video, this is the one I enjoyed the least. It isn't bad or anything, but I didn't really enjoy waiting 10 minutes for a store to open. It never did, by the way.
We've got to have money.
Unlike the other 2 games in this video where I actually talked about the games themselves, for Theme Park Tycoon 2, I want to talk about the theme parks I've created because if I talked about the game itself, the length of this video would triple. To quickly give my opinion on the game though, it's genuinely great and one of my favorite Roblox games of all time because I'm a theme park guy. In many ways, this game is better than the $40 Planet Coaster. Not the second one though because that one has drop tracks. I love how you can actually walk around your own park in first and third person, a feature other theme park builders don't have for some reason. And since this is Roblox, you can go visit other people's parks, which is cool. Of course, these are the kinds of people that play Roblox, so the parks you're gonna run into are are either gonna look like this or they're gonna look like this. There's no in between. Anyways, the first kind of my parks I want to talk about are the parks that are a complete mess. Since I played this game a lot in elementary school and early middle school, there's a lot of them. These parks are just littered with random unthemed roller coasters, all made with a basic editor because I was not cool enough to use the advanced one. Also, most of these roller coasters would kill people. I don't know why I thought I was cooking when I made these. Eventually though, I started putting more themed rides in my parks, like this duck log flume or this time travel roller coaster. Unfortunately, all of our time traveling has caused a rip in time. If left alone for a long time, it can end all of time. We need your help to stop the end of time. Spoken like a true 5th grader. I have plenty of parks that are just entrances and nothing else because I guess I got tired after making a big arch. My most recent park actually falls under this entrance category and it's based off my Scratch series Grew at Freddy's. I put so much effort into making the exterior of the FNAF movie pizzeria and then just did nothing else great. Then there's a park where I just made one giant roller coaster because, I don't know, the bigger the better I guess. My magnum opus is a roller coaster based on my series Stick. What Stick, you ask? Don't. I'm actually quite proud of this little queue I made because it doesn't look awful like everything else. For a lot of my parks, I went through the tedious process of putting down a bunch of really small roller coasters to farm money so I could build cool stuff, but didn't really do that, did I? Okay, last thing I want to mention is a trash cleanup animation. What is this? Theme Park Tycoon 2 is such a good game. If you like theme parks at all, you need to play this. There's so many rides to choose from here. Roller coasters, flat rides, water rides, transport rides, and the ride editors themselves are surprisingly advanced for a Roblox game. This game is great. In conclusion, all the games I talked about in this video are still really fun to play. Maybe not Jailbreak so much so. The game is just like, okay, I guess. If you guys have any Roblox games, new or old, you want me to talk about, feel free to comment them. I might make a video about them sometime in the future, though I still do need to talk about doors and pressure. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go spend way too much time playing Theme Park Tycoon 2. I can't stress this enough, the game is great, go play it. Bye I guess.